episode on Sunnylanka. I'm Priya, and today we will be making a favorite appetizer or snack that can also be enjoyed as a side dish with dal and roti or rice. It is cauliflower florets in batter, or better known as an Indian street food, Gobi Pakora. A very big thank you to all my subscribers for the support, encouragement, and requests. If you haven't subscribed as yet, please do, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, Sunnylanka Sri Lankan Home Style Cooking. You can also reach me by email at sunnylanka09@gmail.com. The first thing that we do is take your cauliflower, and I happen to get this purple one at the market, but they usually are just white. I thought it was fancy, and the kids, it might be something interesting for the kids. It's purple. I don't know if they colored it or if it's a different strain of cauliflower. But in any case, I usually do use this recipe on just a plain white cauliflower. So here's my cauliflower. I've cut them up into florets. Some of them will be really large florets like this, which I would then cut down into smaller pieces. Something not too small, but like a nice size, right? What we're going to do is we're going to boil these, or drop them into boiling water and let them partially cook, parboil it, and then we will cover it in a batter and then deep fry it. And this is a very popular Indian dish called Gobi pakoras, but we can share it as an appetizer, and actually in my household it's just an appetizer or a snack anytime, and it's really nice with some dipping sauce, and it's great. So let's go ahead and see how to do this. To a pot of boiling water, you can add in some salt, and then let the water come to a rapid boil. I'm just adding in about 1 teaspoon of salt, or more if you feel you like it salty. Okay, so once it comes to a rolling boil, you can drop in all of your cauliflower. Be careful, the water is boiling hot, splash back up on you. So I'll just go ahead and add all of this in. Oops. It's very interesting how they turn into a bright purple. So I'm just going to add, it brings down the temperature of the water slightly. So you just make sure you have enough water in the pot when you're doing this. Then I'll give that a quick stir just to get them all dunked into the water. And then I'm going to cover it and let it sit with the stove off. So I'll turn the stove off and I'll let them sit and get parboiled for about 5 minutes. So they should be just partially boiled and still crunchy. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm just going to take it out and drain them. Very pretty, the color. Just drop it into a colander to have all of the water drained. See, it's partly boiled. Still got a little bit of crunch left in it, which is nice. You don't want it too soft. Oh, this water is beautiful. Nice dark purple. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice. Anyway, so going to let it sit till it cools slightly. Well, no, till it cools, and then we can proceed. In the meantime, we'll make the batter. Let's get started with the batter for the frying. It's it's very simple to make. I have here 1 teaspoon of baking powder that goes in the bowl. Um, 1 cup of all-purpose flour that goes into the bowl as well. I'm going to season it with some salt. So I'm not going to put in too much salt because I already put in salt in the water, so the cauliflower would have taken in some of that salt. And I'm going to put in 2 cups of water. It doesn't have to be hot water, but lukewarm would be nice. It'll just help break down the clumps sooner in the flour. You need a whisk, and you also need a food color of your choice. I'm going to use red. Probably come out as pink, so dark pink, a few drops, and that'll just, you know, complement the purple cauliflower, I guess. And anything too drastic, the kids are a little picky to eat. So today's color is going to be red for me, but you can pick any color that you like. 1 cup of flour, and I'm just going to whisk it. And you want a very thin pancake batter, or just like the hopper mix that we made. Okay, so this is the consistency that you're looking for. It's a loose pancake batter, and if you have it a little thinner than this, that's fine too, but I'm just going to stop at this now and we will test it. Okay, so just to add in the color, so basically what the ratio is 1 cup of flour to 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 cup of water. That depends, like I wouldn't add all the water at once. You could maybe try about 3/4 and see if that's good. If not, add a little bit more. So there you go, and then I'm just going to add in my liquid food coloring. Start with 3 drops. I want a nice bright color, not something light, because it does change. The color does change after it fries. So yeah, see, it's not done anything to the color. Okay. I like that bright color, but then it lightens out when you mix it in. Okay, so that's good. The usual colors that I use are red, pink, or orange, yellow. One time I did try out a green, but it didn't look very appetizing. So, I mean, you could experiment with different colors. Alright, and now just to test that the batter is thick enough, I'm going to take one of my, the little florets that you have, the batter, and yep, that's what we're looking for. So it should coat it and hold the batter and not drip right off of it, and then you're ready to fry. So heat up your oil in a wok or a shallow pan, and I would say, because these are, some of them could be a little bit large, you'd need probably about an inch and a half of oil, and let it heat up on medium heat, so that you don't want it very hot, but you do want it nice and crispy. And you think the oil is hot enough, just test with a piece of the cauliflower, and it's a nice golden brown. Just have your paper towels ready nearby to drain it. And I'm just going to continue frying all the other ones the same way. So I'll show you another one where you take the floret, dip it in, and then just take off all the excess and drop it. Be careful with the oil. and continue with all of them. Turn them slightly to get into a golden brown. So once I have all of them, there you have it, folks. Today's dish. It's cauliflower, deep fried, and I highly recommend that you try it as an appetizer, especially if you have kids who are fussy to eat vegetables, like two of mine are, two of the three, and they love this because you can make them into green or any color that they like, and they think it's awesome and tastes great. It's crunchy, so it should be interesting, and I'm looking forward to see what my kids think of it. I hope you try it. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Sunnylanka, and stay tuned for more.